everyone, this is Carolyn, and you are watching Hollywood First Look Features, and right now I'm here with Justin Chon, the writer and director of Gook. Great film.
Thank you.
It's been getting wonderful reviews. You received the Next Award at this year's Sundance Film Festival. How has that experience been for you?
It's been overwhelming. It's been great. You know, you set out to make a film that thinks at least matters to yourself, and when it resonates with audiences, it's extremely validating and fulfilling, and makes you feel like maybe you're doing something right. Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about what Gook is about.
Gook is about well, it takes place during the first day of the LA riots, but the core of the film is about two brothers running a women's shoe store and their friendship with an 11-year-old African American girl.
We don't serve your kind here.
Black people?
Nah, like little kids.
You're fat, let me in.
I don't think you understand how comebacks work. Doors open, genius.
Why are you always hanging around her place anyway?
Who'll protect you guys? No one in this neighborhood likes you.
This is with the sale and the discount.
There's taxes on these things.
You people always trying to rip us off.
You people?
What was it like working with Justin as a director?
It was really cool. It was really, really cool. It's weird. We shot a year ago, August. Yeah, we're in August, a year ago. And it's so bizarre to think about what has happened right now. One of the coolest parts, I think, was working with him as a director, but also as a castmate, because you don't get to do that often. So that was a really, really nice experience. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your character in this film.
So my character is Regina. I am the older sister of our beautiful Simone, who plays the lead. And she is, like you said, very conflicted, but the person who tries to kind of keep everything together. So there's all these ropes happening, and she has a very centered, grounded energy, and she's really just trying to make the best of what is a crap show. Let's keep language civil. But yeah, so she's that person who's really just trying to keep everything balanced, but she tries.
The experience was really cool. It was really fun because we all treated each other like family, and it was really heartwarming on the set, and it was awesome. It was so cool.
I know that you're relatively young, and during the time period that this movie takes place, I mean, you weren't even born yet, but you know, the topic and the heart of this film, how has it been relevant for you being a young woman in this day and age?
Well, relevant, like how do I relate to it? Well, I do have to say that, you know, it takes place in a time where racism was going on and stuff. So, I know that I am young, but I actually experienced racism before. So I understand how that just kind of goes on and how, you know, it doesn't necessarily stop.
No, we don't really got any smaller sizes, so you're gonna have to wait a few years till your little midget feet can fit them.
Shut up.
And a lot of what went into this film was based on your own personal or your family's experiences. Tell me a little bit about that.
I think it was just inspired by what we experienced, but you know, the stuff in the film isn't really factual. But you know, it's no accident that Camilla is 11 in the film, and I was 11 when it happened. You know, we got looted the last day of the riots. My dad had a business in Paramount. It's right across the bridge, 710 bridge from Compton, and you know, at the time I didn't understand what was happening. I just knew my dad was there at the store, and you know, this is the 25th year anniversary of the riots. I don't know if it's something to celebrate, but I think it's a good marker for us to reflect and see if we've progressed or not progressed. You know, at least for talking about like police brutality, what the I probably shouldn't say that for what the hell? I mean, we're standing in the same spot.
Yo, what does that even mean?
Oh, Gook? In Korean, it just means country.
Why is she?
Hey, Camilla, get your stuff. You've been going down to them Gook stores. They're not your friends, they're using you.
They treat me like family!
Family?
So tell me exactly how you got involved overall with this project. I mean, this is an amazing film.
Yeah, so Justin and I have been friends for 5-6 years now, and he had always wanted to put me in a film, and so this just happened to be the project that he wanted to attach me to. And originally he was going back and forth on the ideas about what it should be about, and then we kind of like geared it. The character is kind of geared towards my life, anyways, growing up as a kid, and so it just I read the script, I read the idea, and then I loved it.
How much of that, how much of your input actually went into your character?
Yeah, the Daniel character is just my life growing up as a kid. So, in the film you'll see him like he wants to be an R&B singer. So originally too, I wanted to be an R&B singer. So that was where it's directly reflective of my life growing up as a child, especially like the relationship that my character and then Justice's character has is actually the relationship I had with me and my father. And so Justin really delved into that when we had conversations. Then we kind of molded that around me. Yeah.
Now that the film has been out for a few months and people have seen it, what has the audience's reaction has been for you?
Wow, it's been amazing, an amazing outpour of love for this film, through Justin, David, Simone. Just an amazing outpour of love for this film.
The movie does take place during the 1992 LA riots. How was that? I mean, what were you doing at that time? And then reflecting back and working on the film, what was that experience like for you?
Wow, I do remember that era. I have to give away my age, but yes, it was just amazing things that were transpiring, and not in a good way, but to be a part of something reflecting back on what happened in that era, the Rodney King riots, is really special to me. There's a twist in the story. It's a little different on the Asian side, but quite a bit different. I live close to where Rodney King lived in Rialto, and it was wonderful. It's just wonderful.
I think everybody is taking the film for what it is, and no one's really had a problem with it. I haven't gotten too much, backlash from the topics and the themes of the film. I think that's in part to do with I don't take sides. I mean, I'm not trying to make anyone out to be a villain. Everybody's at fault, and
and it happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, and it's like I think it's more accurate way to talk about, or it's a more constructive way to talk about race, because we're all right, but we're all wrong, but one of the hopes of making this film is that it starts conversation. I mean, people could disagree with the things I say in the film or not like the way I portray certain people, but I'm okay with that, because if it produces an opportunity for us to talk about it, or why I portray that person that way, or if they have any interest on why these Korean American brothers are there operating their business. I mean, those are things that I think that's what the movie's meant to do, is for us to talk.
Well, your movie has a lot of heart, and a lot of that heart comes from young Simone Baker. Tell me about what that process was like, casting her and finding her.
Yeah, I mean, you saw the film. It's a lot of it's very aggressive, testosterone-driven, male sort of energy, and that's why Simone is such an integral part of the story. And she's a resilient, young black girl. She's positive, and I needed to find someone that could exemplify that. So at first I auditioned, more polished actresses that were in the business, and they were just too rehearsed. And so the next sort of brainstorming session was, we called a lot of black churches in LA, and a friend suggested the Fernando Pullum Art Center in South Central, and so we went over there. We talked to Fernando, and it's a nonprofit like community center for the neighborhood, and they have music, dance, singing programs there, and that's where we found her. I mean, they opened their facility to us with open arms, and Simone is just a diamond in the rough, as you can see. Yeah.
If anything, you guys need to go and see this film. Again, writer and director Justin Chon. My name is Kira Lynn. You are watching Hollywood First Look Features. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Hi, my name is Simone Baker, and you are watching Hollywood First Look Features.